Mi przedstawiam wam trzecie izdanie mojego gastronomicznego guida Best Restaurants Kyiv. Pin Guide, c'est un guide que j'ai créé il y a déjà 3 ans.
I made the first version of the guide 3 years ago in order to give foreigners and gourmets a tool to find a restaurant in Kyiv more easily. Because when I arrived here 6 years ago, I noticed that finding a restaurant in Ukraine can be difficult, especially when you don't speak either Russian or Ukrainian. So this is a guide in English that gives the opportunity to everyone to find a restaurant that suits one's taste.
We met Maud at the launch of the third edition of her guide to restaurants in Kyiv. Considering the success of the previous editions, she decided to add more than 60 restaurants, including wine bars and other venues that foreigners particularly appreciate.
I believe that this is something useful because we don't have guides different, popular guides around the world, like a Michelin or some others. But and the niche of guides in Ukraine is pretty much open. So it's a good idea to have kind of guide of this, and it's great that it's in English. So you can a lot of foreign tourists and expats who live there, they can find something good, and it's pretty great because Maud has an exceptional taste, and the restaurants listed in the guide they're of pretty good level.
In order to know how Maud makes her selections, we decided to meet her at one of her favorite places to eat in the city center, a Vietnamese restaurant which opened only 2 years ago. Maud has Vietnamese roots, and she noticed that Asian food is becoming more and more popular in the capital. The atmosphere of this colonial-style restaurant pleased her immediately.
Moi, ce que je recherche, c'est me sentir bien dans un restaurant.
What I'm looking for is to feel good in a restaurant, being welcomed warmly, being in a pleasant venue. I like the fact that there's a wow effect. Like people say, okay, this kind of thing is possible in Ukraine, because it's not necessarily how people think about Ukraine if they don't live here. And coming to this place and seeing what we can do in Ukraine is a pretty interesting thing.
In Kyiv, many restaurateurs try to adapt themselves to the habits of foreign customers by offering business lunches or including attractive cocktails in their menu.
Phénomène de bar à cocktail.
There are many cocktail bars, and restaurants now offer cocktails. They add a cocktail menu. In some restaurants, I know there's often a star bartender, and he usually manages to make dishes match the cocktails.
In addition to Kyiv, Maud also made a guide about the best restaurants in Odessa, and she still wants to explore the rest of the country, digging for the best dishes and also showing that Ukraine can rival other European countries in terms of restaurants. Reported by Pierre Malechko, UATV.